Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can probably tell from the title, I'm going to be talking with a world champion slash heavy meat eater today. And when I say heavy, I really mean heavy. 99+% of what this guy eats is just meat. He doesn't eat vegetables, rice, fruit, any processed food. Now, you might be thinking, how the hell is that even possible? There's no way that you can be fine eating that much meat and no other magical plant foods. Well, maybe it is possible because apparently, as you can see right now, this guy is still being fine right here with us. Unless he's a liar, like he actually doesn't eat that much meat and still secretly eats other magical plant foods. But are you guys really going to think that? Like, he looks like such a nice person. At least I don't think he's a liar. And I want to know more about why he's eating the way he's eating now. So if you're like me, you also don't think he's a liar and want to find out more about why he's eating the way he's eating now, that's actually exactly what we are going to be talking about today. So keep listening. Nick, thank you so much for being willing to take the time to come here and share your story. Let's start with self-introduction. So please give us a quick introduction of yourself.
Yep. Yeah, guys. What's up? I'm Nick Gallagher. I am a kendama player, a professional kendama player. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I am currently living in Japan, in Yamagata Prefecture, so a couple hours north of Tokyo. And yeah, I'm working here, doing kendama pretty much for my job. It's it's a pretty unique job. It's been nice. I moved here 1 year ago, and I started being a carnivore on this I started doing the carnivore diet about half a year ago now, 6 months ago. So it's been incredible so far. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you tell us your height and weight?
Yes. My height is 177 centimeters, so that's about 5'9", and my weight is 79 kg. So 79 kg, and then that is, I think, 175 pounds. About, yeah.
Okay. Can you give us a Whirlwind check?
Yeah, I got you with a roll. Well, okay, let's see.
Just so you know, last time Zach did regular and inward triple back to back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try. Okay, I got one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Two.
Wow. Okay.
3.
Oh, holy shit.
Let's just try
Okay.
one more. 4.
I was like, if I gave you some
Oh.
pressure, you would fail or something.
All right, I did got a roll and check.
Awesome. Okay, let's get into the main part of this interview.
Yeah.
Your diet. So I want to help our listeners understand better why you are eating the way you are eating now by walking them through the journey you went through when it comes to diet. So obviously you have your first stage in your diet journey, which is your childhood diet. That's like everyone's first stage. And your next stage, this carnivore diet stage. But I'm pretty sure that there are still other stages in between. So how many stages would you say are there in your overall diet journey? Give me a rough picture first.
My overall diet journey. Can I just start talking about it? I think I can't really count right. I think I have like.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll let you know if I have like some questions.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
yeah, start with your childhood.
Childhood diet. Yeah, I just pretty much ate.
What food were you provided? And
okay.
think about foods at that time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so my childhood diet, I would say my childhood diet is probably from 0 to 6, like 16, 17, or like almost until I was an adult. I was just eating normal things, for a kid, donuts, chips, at birthday parties, you ate all the cake and you eat whatever your mom and dad give you, whether it's chicken or, just a lot. Actually, not even a lot. I don't even think we ate like a lot of meat. We just ate chicken. I remember eating that a lot after soccer practice. I used to always come home and eat chicken and other things like that. But yeah, my mom would always make a lot of different kinds of vegetables and throwing some meat in there, some rice. That was pretty much the base of it. I mean, obviously, I loved pizza. I loved pizza back then. I always ate it when I was out, especially traveling and going to kendama competitions. Right, like you just eat what everybody else is eating. Usually just a lot of pizza, like honestly. Um, yeah, that's pretty much just a general. You just get what your mom and dad give you, and you go out to eat a lot, and you get desserts and milkshakes, at restaurants, and all the normal stuff, just normal things that people do now. And then I would say when I became 18 and became a college student, I started to want to become healthier, and I wanted to, okay, yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, what did you think about um, like the foods you were provided instinctively, or like did people give you any information about them? Like, did people say that you should eat what
Uh, Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
what?
Yeah, I feel like, well, obviously people were telling me, especially my grandparents, I like at like holidays, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, I would always have to try the vegetables. Like, even though there was always like, I really don't like mashed potatoes. I just don't like the texture. So, but they would force me to try it every single year. Every single, like, I would be forced to try it, and I wouldn't have dessert until I tried it, until I
Um,
ate vegetables or mashed potatoes. And so I had to do
is
that
it
for 10
they
years straight.
think potatoes are healthy?
Sorry, what?
Is it because they think potatoes are healthy?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's just like, it's also part of just like the holiday season. Like, oh, for Thanksgiving, we're gonna eat turkey and potatoes, and that's just something my family did in America. So, yeah, they just wanted me to try everything. Like, don't forget to eat your vegetables, and you can't just have turkey. You can't just have all the desserts and stuff. You have to have all the vegetables as well. So, yeah, I really didn't like doing that, but I had to. So because they really want me to eat those. And yeah, yeah, of course, vegetables are deemed as like the good thing. I never really liked, like, I wouldn't say I loved vegetables ever, but I got to a point where I could actually tolerate them. Yeah, I feel like I adapted to vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, like, I don't like them now, but then I keep eating them, and then I'm like, oh, okay, like, this is just what I do. Like, this, I just have to do this, and it's fine because I'm adapted to eating vegetables now. They taste okay. But yeah, it's just eat your vegetables, eat some meat, whatever. That's what my mom and dad, like everybody used to tell me, great grandparents. Just
Hmm.
don't forget to eat your vegetables mainly. And then 18, when I
Yeah.
became 18, you go for
Um,
it.
did you get any bad information? I mean, like, what
Uh,
about meat? Yeah. What did you
I don't
think?
I don't think so. I don't think I got anything negative about meat. Like, it
So
was
you were
just,
as much as you wanted. But although, like you said, like your parents didn't really like prepare a lot of meat for each meal. But I guess for
yeah,
eating as much as you wanted.
yeah. I think it was more like they prepared meat, but they also wanted to make it balanced with other things. They wanted to, like, not just meat, but vegetables have to be there a little bit. You have to have like some rice or like some grains, like something like that. I don't think my mom and dad were really like they were like super worried about eating too much meat, or they forced me to eat a lot of vegetables. Like, it wasn't like that, but they definitely wanted me to have like a lot of different things, you know?
Mm,
So that's why my family always wanted me to not just eat one thing. They
yeah,
wanted me to
just
try
feels
eat.
like the right thing to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Okay.
anyway, that was
Yeah.
that.
The next stage.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So next stage I'd say is college. That's when I first, started living by myself, and then I, had to buy my own food, and so I really didn't know how to cook anything. I really didn't know how to do anything. So I used a microwave. That's all I used to eat food, just a microwave. And I thought I wanted to get healthier, and healthier, I mean just exercising, because I quit soccer. I played soccer until I was 17 years old, and then I went to college, and then I quit soccer, so I needed to exercise somehow. So I ran on the treadmill for a couple months, just running, because that's how I thought being healthy was. I just needed to be able to run because that's all I did when I played soccer. So I ran and ran and ran, and then I've always really liked rice, so I would just eat so much rice, a lot of rice, and then uh, chicken and rice actually has been a staple in my diet, or it used to. for like several years, like 3 4 years. But anyway, I started eating chicken and rice a lot in during college, and then obviously I would have like pasta or um, going, I would go out to like school events and get like teriyaki chicken and like a lot of stuff that's like, covered with a lot of sauces and added additional like sweeteners and everything like that just to make it taste really good. I would eat just whatever, honestly. I just wanted to eat food, like eat more food. Um, because I wanted to become like bigger as a person, so with my body weight and everything. So I just wanted to eat a lot. And yeah, so I did that. And then uh I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit because during my freshman year of college, I went to study abroad in Japan, and then I started just because I was in Japan, I just started eating everything, like a lot of ice cream, a lot
Mm.
of, just Japanese foods, because I'm in Japan. So that was for 4 months. And then I came back after that, and that's when I started lifting weights. So for the first time, I lifting weights. Um, and then from there, I'm still in my college. I'm still in the second stage, by the way. This is children, college. I'm still in college. I just started eating a lot more carbohydrates, and I definitely my diet definitely got better than it used to. I stopped eating like as many desserts. I didn't eat a lot of desserts, but I still ate vegetables, carbohydrates, like a lot of carbohydrates, and I love chicken and rice. I love that. I loved it for a long time. Um, that's what I usually ate. I usually ate a lot of oatmeal, which by the way was terrible, so bad for my gut. Oh my god, it was so bad, terrible. I ate that, but I ate it for 2 years straight. Every breakfast for 2 years, just oatmeal and protein, like oatmeal, protein powder, honey. Like I mixed so many like seeds in there, like and there's so many things to make it taste good, like cinnamon, and it tasted like dessert, honestly. It tasted really good for a while, but then I started to get sick of it. And then I gave that up. It was terrible. And then I started eating more actually red meat, like beef. But I always used to like eat spinach or a potato with all of my meals. I just like always felt like I needed vegetables like 2 times a day or like at least once a day. Just like as like a rule in my head, like I just need to have vegetables today. That's all I thought. Um, so yeah, that was like most of my college life. Eating, I ate just like a lot more food, like whole foods. It got better. My diet got better, like less processed food, more whole food, like meat and rice and like plants like that. Um, that's pretty much how I ate until I got to carnivore, honestly. Well, actually, I want to add one more stage is children's stage, college life, and then I
Mhm.
want to actually add this other stage right here of when I moved to Japan. So I moved to Japan 1 year ago, in November 2022. So a year and 1 month ago, and my diet changed again. I thought I was doing everything right. Like I thought I was like exercising. I'm exercising 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I'm eating enough. I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner always. I have to eat 3 times a day, no matter what. I have to eat breakfast. I have to eat lunch. I have to eat dinner. I I ate. I actually ended up in my city, in my town. They give me a lot of rice. Like the rice is just really good where I live. So they give it a lot. Like the city hall would just give it to me for free. Like I got so many, like I got like 60 kilos of rice, like a lot of rice for free. And so I started eating, I swear, like 1 kilo of rice per day. Like that's a lot of rice for me. Um, and so I almost started eating like 1 kilo of rice a day per day, and it just started. I like whatever I was eating in Japan, just like regular rice, meat, all like they all in Japan, like I'm sure it's the same in like where you live too, Leo's like a lot of sauces and stuff are you like seasonings are used to make stuff taste good, you know? I'm pretty sure it's like that where you live as well. And like I think in Asia, it's just a thing to just make stuff taste really good with like sauces and seasoning, which is fine. It tastes really good, but something was just messing me up because I my sleep got worse. My skin was like got just terrible. My digestion, I always woke up like feeling terrible. But that's because I was eating a lot of, I think it was just because I like a lot of rice. I was drinking like some milk that had way too many ingredients in it. It had so many ingredients, so many sweeteners and stuff. But I thought it was really good, so I couldn't stop. And then just eating out a lot. I feel like I ate out a lot. Experience eating Japanese food with my friends, like curry, and then like going to like get some like other like desserts sometimes if I'm going with like a kendama squad, like we're all 5 people together, we have to go and get Japanese dessert and stuff and food and for dinner and you know what I mean? So I definitely ate out a lot more, but then I started and then that was like the 3 stages. So yeah, I just noticed like Japanese food is really good and I really like it, but I think it just doesn't sit well with me, honestly. Like I just could not figure it out. I was like, what's happening? Like I have to eat this food. I live here, I'm trapped. I just can't like I have to keep eating this food. I live in Japan. Like it's just what I have to eat. Um so I kept eating it. And then I discovered carnivore.
Okay,
So
let's stop
yeah,
you here.
yeah.
Um, after you moved to Japan, did you start to eat out more?
Yes, I definitely would say so because I moved to Japan and I made a really good couple friends in my town. And so I didn't know anything about where I lived, so they really helped me like take me places. I didn't have a car, like they drove me places to like the store and stuff and showed me around my city. And so after that, like, naturally we'd go out to eat together. And it was like honestly a couple times a week, like 3 or 4 times a week I would go out and eat. Um and actually for the first month, I actually or for the first 2 weeks, I actually couldn't cook my own food. I didn't have anything to cook with at home. Nothing. So I actually had to eat I had to go to the convenience store every day, like 7-Eleven every single day and buy like chicken katsu, like fried chicken or like rice and then like some bento boxes, like eggs and like other things like that. So I just had to keep eating that. Yeah, I just kept eating that. And then I started eating out more as well. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so like I guess your mindset about food in that stage is like maybe you knew that eating processed food was bad for you, but
Yes.
it was okay to still eat some.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mm,
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was like I'm eating good most of the time, and it's not gonna kill me if I just eat some processed food right here. Like people are giving me treats, right? They're giving me chocolate or like chips, and they want me to eat it because like welcome to Japan, welcome, and I'm like okay, thank you so much. Like I'm eating all of that. you know, you know. So I thought it was polite to like eat everything, and so I did, and it was good. I like chocolate. I like all these foods. But yeah, I just realized it just wasn't. I just didn't feel that good.
mm.
Yeah. So
Why did you want to start to eat less processed food in your second stage,
because I mean, I think
or it's
well,
just like
yeah, it's just like everybody knows. I feel like that processed food isn't good. Like people know, don't eat a lot of chocolate or like don't eat a lot of like chips or whatever. Like everybody knows it's bad. So I think when I like got into my second stage, I just felt like I wasn't playing a sport anymore. I wasn't playing soccer, so I really had to be careful about what to eat because I wasn't exercising as much as I used to, and I also just felt like um, my family also got more healthy. Like my mom and dad started eating better and less processed food, so I just felt like I also needed to do that. So I just started eating more, um, I guess, healthy foods. Like vegetables, potatoes, eggs, chicken.
when
So
you say your family got healthy. are you saying that their diet became healthier, or they actually like physically or mentally became healthier?
I would definitely just say the diet. I think well, I also think it's because my mom and dad have some certain allergies. They have like some stuff they can't eat, or else something like, or else they'll just have like a bad reaction to it. So I actually think like my mom in particular, like she used to make all my food, and she just like realized like she like needed to stop eating gluten, and just be more, I guess, like avoid dairy. Just just start eating, just start avoiding foods with these two things in them, and that just, I guess, alone leveled up like the diet in our household, because that just meant no more like processed like desserts, and things like that mainly. So yeah, and I used to make fun of her. I used to be like, "Oh, you can never have ice cream again. Oh, that sucks. Like, I feel so bad for you." But hey, now I've come to Japan 1 year ago, and I haven't eaten ice cream once. So yeah. So now I understand what she's.
I guess everyone just knows that processed food is bad for us, but because they just taste so good, so we choose
Yeah.
to like, ignore the fact that it's bad,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Like
And
people
also,
know it's,
you
yeah.
don't really know how bad it is.
Right, you don't know how bad. Like people, because people always say, like, if you're on a diet and you're trying to avoid it, they're like, "Oh, like, come on, have some fun. Like, eat some processed food, or like eat ice cream or whatever. Like, why won't you eat ice cream with us?" And so like if you're that person, you're probably gonna be like, "Okay, it's okay to have one ice cream," or like, "It's
Yeah,
okay." It's always okay to like eat like one like
I can
sometimes.
exercise more later to burn
Yeah,
out the
exactly. Yeah,
calories.
yeah. So it's always okay. It's just like all in moderation, just have a little bit
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. And that's how I felt too. Like, and when I got to college, I was like, I can have junk food sometimes. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a special occasion. But
Mm-hmm.
now it's a lot different. Now it's a
Okay.
lot different. Yeah.
So in your second stage, how processed food was still like a normal part of your life.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Like just to give you an example, like right
Okay.
now, I don't eat anything with any sauce on it. Nothing.
Mm,
I only eat just meat, right? Like I don't eat anything except for salt. Like I season it with salt, that's it. But what I ate before, like if it was meat, like I was like, "Oh, I just want meat." Like that's fine, but the meat also had a lot of teriyaki sauce on it, and a lot of different like soy sauce, and like just like a lot of toppings. But I
mm-hmm.
didn't care, because I was like, this is meat. Like this is good. Like I'm gonna get like big because I'm eating a lot of chicken and rice, because that's how you get big and muscular,
Mm,
like that. But I was also eating a lot of stuff with like sweeteners and sauces. Like that to me, that's processed. That's also just a lot of processed food. So yeah, I definitely was okay with eating it back then. Yeah.
okay. I think that's like the trap that a lot of gym bros fall into.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
They just focus on maybe eating more protein, but they
Yeah,
don't care
yeah,
about
yeah.
bad things they also put in their body at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. And I
Mm,
definitely was never I never actually like ate a lot of bad food. Like I never just ate dessert just to get big, you know? I didn't do that. But I definitely was okay with eating like processed food back then. Like it was fine.
mm, okay. Because I personally also experienced that. So I'm not trying to make fun of gym bros. I just want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put that.
well, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody.
Okay. So next is the carnivore diet stage. Let's see. Um, how did you even first come across carnivore?
Yeah, so I'm actually so Zach and I are both in a group called Uncommon Success. We joined this group. I joined like 6 months ago. I won't get too into it, but anyway, I joined this group online. It's called Uncommon Success, and and so I asked a question in there. Like one of my first times I joined. I'm new. I just wanted to express my interest. Like, hey guys, like I want to learn more about like training and also like nutrition. And so somebody actually set me up with like a guy. So I talked to someone, and he told me to talk to somebody else who wants to help people with nutrition. So I was like, okay, like because at this point I'm in Japan, right? I'm in Japan, and I'm kind of struggling. Like my sleep is bad, my digestion is shit. I'm eating way too much rice, I just don't know what to do. So I talked to this guy and it's about nutrition and I'm just like, okay, like I already, but I was very skeptical at first because at first I was like, I'm already doing everything right. Like I'm already at a peak level nutrition. Like this is the best I can feel. Like I can't feel any better. Um, but my digestion sucks. Like I can't sleep. Yeah. But I talked to this guy and he talked to me about carnivore. And his name is, I'll just say his name. His name is Alex Fresco. Like Zach and I do a podcast now. We want to talk to him on the podcast. But anyway, um, Alex Fresco helped me. He's not a Kendama player. He's just some other guy in Uncommon Success. And he talked to me about carnivore and he talked to me about ancestral eating, what we've been eating ever since the human race started. And what's really funny is I started like he talked to me about that and I already really like meat. Like I love meat. So I was like, wow, that's really crazy that you just eat meat and you're okay with that. So I was like, wow, this is really crazy, but I really want to try it. Like I was like, I thought it was weird, but I actually started the next day. Like he talked to me about carnivore, and then I started the next day after that. I was like, okay, I'm going carnivore. And then
So, so you
yeah.
didn't know anything about carnivore before meeting him?
No, I mean, I knew that it existed. Like people know, like I think, oh, like this is a carnivore diet, but I never really thought about it. Like I never really knew what it meant. I just knew that
Uh,
carnivore diet existed. Like
like
vegan
you
exists, like
never
all
liked it.
all plants, and then carnivore exists, all meat. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Why did you still want to try? Oh, I guess because like you never thought that eating much meat is bad for you. So, and you can
Yeah.
see a living person right in front of you just being fine eating only meat. So
Yeah.
I guess you just felt curious.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's because I was also really in like a bad spot. Like I really wanted my sleep to get better. Like I wasn't sleeping good and my digestion was terrible. Like I really wanted to I wanted to try carnivore for two reasons. Like to fix my gut health, to fix my digestion, and also to like improve my skin. Um those were like the really two things. And I I guess I was kind of desperate. Like I really just wanted to try something new. So
Did you
I
tell him
started
that you had those problems? Like
yeah, I
maybe
did.
the diet that
Yes.
you were eating and the problems
Yeah.
you had. Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
what did he say?
Uh, I mean, obviously, like, well, he was already carnivore, so he knows like that health it can just get a lot better, you know? Like
It,
I didn't know that. I wasn't carnivore, so I didn't know. I was here. I thought this was the best.
mm-hmm.
So I didn't know anything. But he's carnivore. So he was up here with like health and he was just looking down on me like, oh, like like there's room to improve. Like you can do better. And I was like, how? so so I started carnivore. Um, is it okay if we start talking about carnivore now or
Yeah, so like you talk about your expectations and you started the day
yeah,
after talking. Let's
yeah, yeah,
see.
yeah.
You saying, yeah.
Well, I want to make it clear that I started the day after, but the first 2 weeks I was not strict. I was not a strict carnivore. So I started um eating a lot of meat. I just kept so I ate like a lot of different meat. I was eating fish, chicken, pork, beef, like any meat. But I also would still go out to eat with my friends. And that meant fruit, that meant rice, that meant sauces, seasonings. I did that I think 4 times in 2 weeks. So I was not strict. And my weight just kind of went like this and then all the way back up. It just went all the way back. Every time I would cheat, every time I would not eat meat, my weight would go like this. It would go back up, which is fine. But yeah, I just felt like I talked to somebody else. Do you know Jordan Potts, conscious carnivore on Instagram? He's
I
kind
don't
of okay. Well, anyway,
mention him before, but I didn't really check his Instagram.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So Jordan Potts. I talked to him. I talked to him on the phone. He's another guy who's been doing carnivore, animal based for a while, and he told me I was like, yeah. So I'm eating carnivore, but I'm also eating fruit. What do you think? What do you think? Like for the past 2 weeks, like I like this diet, but I'm eating fruit and I'm also eating rice sometimes. So what's really changed? Nothing. Nothing's really changed.
For
And
you,
so
at that, carnivore just meant eating more meat.
yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I ate almost all meat, but I still would go out to like eat with my friends. Like, when I would eat
Oh,
out, I would eat whatever they're eating, like rice,
mm,
fruit. But when I was by myself, I only ate meat. But
mm,
yeah, Jordan Potts, he told me to just try 30 days. You have to be strict, to really know the benefits of carnivore. Just you have to be strict. Nothing else, nothing but red meat, salt, and water. And I was like, okay. Hey, so I actually fasted for 48 hours after that. I did a 2-day fast, so I didn't eat anything for 2 days, and then I started carnivore. So, like real carnivore, like
why
strict.
did you want to fast first?
Honestly, just because like a challenge. Like I had never fasted before, so it was just like kind of random. But I just thought it was like kind of a cool thing to do, though. Like I've just to kind of like I've done this carnivore, like this half-assed carnivore. I just didn't really do it that well for like 2 weeks, and then like a little 2-day fast, so like a gap, and then I started like real strict carnivore.
Mm,
And I really didn't have anything but like meat, salt, and water. Like
mm,
I don't even think I had butter. Like no, I don't even think I ate butter either. So that was just like 30 days of me really being strict. Like I really wanted to see what could happen if I just followed the carnivore diet. And it was crazy. Yeah, Zach talked about it in his interview. Like he came to Japan to visit and also compete at the World Cup, and he like came to stay at my place for a night, and like I told him I was like, wow, like I had only been on I was only carnivore for like 3 weeks, and then I met up with him, and I was like, Zach, like I'm feeling so much different. Like my digestion is a lot better already. Um, and I was like, Zach, like you probably feel like shit right now. You just don't know. You just don't know. You feel terrible, but you don't know yet. So I told him that. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, long story short, my energy levels, yeah, you go for it, yeah.
uh, did, before you tried, like when you first like knew about carnivore because of the guy you mentioned, did you think it was like dangerous? Because like obviously you are not eating vegetables, and
Yeah.
maybe I think people will think that, oh, you are going to get constipated, or like not eating vegetables you're going to explode, something
Yeah.
like that.
No, I didn't really think it was dangerous. I honestly I just didn't it just seemed like the right thing to do. Like I was like, "Oh, like carnivore." Like that just sounds like it's correct. Like it just sounds like I should be doing that.
Mm.
Like like I said, I didn't really
Uh,
question.
if
Sorry,
you
what?
can like accept carnivore is a thing, then it means that you have been lied to eat vegetables, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
like you didn't feel like weird, like you didn't think, oh, so like you can actually not eat vegetables.
Uh, well, I thought I thought it was weird to not eat vegetables for sure. I mean, because I always like was proud that I could eat vegetables. Like I could eat anything. I was always proud. Like I don't have any I'm not picky. Like I can eat any food. Like I always thought that was a good trait of myself. Like I can eat anything.
Like just
But like to stop eating them like all of it like abruptly, just like stop immediately. It was definitely weird, but like I said, like I never really liked vegetables like a lot. Like it's not like I didn't stop eating vegetables and think, oh, I miss vegetables. I really miss vegetables. I didn't think that. Like it was just like, oh, great, no more spinach. Like I'm not eating spinach anymore. Yay, So it's like okay, because all I really cared about honestly was like protein and rice. That's all I really wanted to eat. Um, I just ate vegetables because people told me they were good. People like would tell me you need to eat vegetables, so I tried to eat them once a day in Japan. But yeah, like, but then I realized, oh wait, uh, you can be this healthy and not have to eat vegetables. Like, oh, it must be okay. So I just stopped, and I
Oh,
was like, oh great, I was happy, you know. So
mm,
I just tried. I just trusted it. Yeah, I just really was just like, okay, let's do it, and then I just went right to
because
carnivore.
maybe that guy was the living proof.
Yeah, definitely, and he also just, like, sent me some good information about ancestral eating and, like, carnivore. Like, he actually sent me a podcast of Anthony Chaffe. Like,
Mm,
he taught he told me about him, and I listened to
mm,
Anthony Chaffe talk, and I was like, "Wow, I really like how this guy talks." Like, I
mm,
really like, Anthony Chaffe just sounds so smart, like, so, like he just sounds so good. Like the I don't is that weird to say? Like the way he talks just sounds like this guy knows something. Like I was like, okay, this guy's smart.
mm.
And I didn't even know what he looked like. I only
Oh,
listened to the podcast. Like so Anthony Chafee, like I just started listening to him and I was like, wow, like this
mm.
guy really I think this guy really knows something. Like I'm just gonna
I
fully believe him.
because you are pushing something that's so controversial, you really need to know a lot about it in order
Yeah.
to like persuade people that oh you
Yeah.
actually don't eat vegetables.
Yeah, exactly. Like Anthony Chaffee's like a practicing doctor and, like, he doesn't eat vegetables, and, like,
Oh,
it's like, that's kind of
that doesn't
crazy.
help.
Yeah. So I was like, "Wow, this is weird." But but it must be some crazy it must be working.
Um,
So I just believed it. I was totally convinced, like, about carnivore. So I just started.
oh cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, we were talking about maybe you told Zach to go also try carnivore, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
let's yeah. So obviously at that time you experienced some benefits, but like you are still a carnivore now. So I guess maybe you
Yeah.
experienced more benefits so far. So just tell me the benefits that you have experienced so far, and are
Yeah.
there that you did not expect to get?
Okay. Yeah, like, the first thing I can definitely say is my energy levels. My energy like, I used to rely on breakfast, lunch, and dinner to get me through the day, um, but now I just eat maybe once. Like, I eat, like, once, maybe twice in a day, and I feel so good. Like, I my energy levels used to go like this all day, and, like, all no matter what, all day, and I just didn't know what to do, and so when I started eating carnivore, like, they just kinda went like this, and, it's actually hard at first, like, carnivore to transition to carnivore, like, your body it's just so new, like, eating just fat, not eating carbohydrates, like, getting off all the plants, like, it's kind of a hard like, it's, like, a definitely interesting couple of days. Like, the first couple of days of carnivore for me were pretty weird. I didn't feel like the best, I didn't feel the greatest, but after, like, my body pushed all of the shit out of my system, like, it just got rid of everything bad, and just the carnivore took over, so great. My energy levels just, like,
Mm,
stabilized, because I was only feeding my body one source of food, which was meat, so
mm,
really good. Um, and then obviously my sleep got better. My sleep, I used to only be getting like 6, 5 hours of sleep a night, which is terrible to me. I don't like that. Um, I like getting 7 hours and I started to get 7 hours again of sleep. It really helped. And most of all, my digestion. Oh my God. Leo, like I used to go to the bathroom so much, like just eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, carbohydrates, and vegetables. I always had to go to the bathroom and just like take a shit. But I now only go to the bathroom like maybe once a day and it feels really good. Like my stomach doesn't hurt, it feels great. And then my skin also got better too. Um, yeah, it's been really great. Like I actually had problems on my back
mm.
um, like it was bad, like on my face and like eating carnivore, like doing carnivore really has helped my skin a lot. Um, yeah, it's
Oh,
been
you're
incredible
talking
so far.
skin
Yeah.
on your back.
What'd you say?
You are talking about the skin on your back.
Oh yeah, all I meant was like acne on my back.
I thought you were talking about maybe some back pain.
Oh no 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 no, I
Uh,
don't think so. I don't think
because
so.
like people commonly say that oh I didn't know that this part of my body hurt, but after I went
Yeah.
carnivore, it stopped hurting, something like that.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think eating meat has really helped my, like, in a weird way, I think it's just helped my joints, like, stay healthier. Like, I feel like I was always feeling sore. Like,
Mm.
I train a lot, but I was like I used to feel sore, like, after training and just be like, "Oh, like, my muscles, they're tired today." But now I don't feel sore. Like,
Mm.
I like, not, like, at all. Like, I just don't like, not really. Like, I can't remember. I don't know what it's like to get sore. I forgot. So it's great. And I train every day. Like, I work out, I think at least a little bit every single day. So yeah, it's incredible. I'm just not sore, It's
Mm.
great. So that was something I wasn't expecting.
Mm.
Just get rid of soreness is so
Mm.
nice. Yeah, big benefit.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, did you wear braces before, or did you have your wisdom teeth removed before?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Your wisdom teeth or braces?
So I had both before carnivore. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I did. Yeah, yeah. So,
So, like, do you know how many teeth you have gotten removed?
uh, like, removed? I just think 4, right? Wisdom
So,
teeth,
like,
4?
all four of your wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I think all 4. It sucked. Yeah, yeah, it sucked.
Okay, okay. Do you know anything about like? I guess you probably know because Anthony Chaffe also talked about that. Just like if you eat a natural diet, you're supposed to have like good facial development, and you
Yeah,
are all your teeth come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I listened to that, and I thought it was crazy because I just think getting
Oh,
your yeah, because wisdom teeth, like, getting your wisdom teeth removed is just I thought was something, like, everybody is supposed to do,
yeah.
you
Me.
know? But if you really think about it, it's like, did we really have our wisdom teeth removed by doctors, like, 2,000,000 years ago? Like, as
That,
caveman, like, nobody was doing that.
mm, if you, it's actually not hard to understand that
Yeah,
we don't really need to have them removed. I feel like.
yeah,
Yeah. I see.
yeah, that was
So did you
incredible.
notice any improvement in your like dental health?
Yeah, actually a little bit. So, I mean, I've already had, like, braces. I don't know if you know what Invisalign is? Invisalign?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I did that. I didn't do braces. I did Invisalign, and so my teeth got straight, they're pretty good, they're okay, but I have, like, a lot of plaque. Well, I used to. Sorry, you can't see here, but, like, like, do you know what plaque like, it builds up in your teeth? Like, it's, like,
Maybe like
white.
when you lick your teeth, you can feel something. Is it
Yeah,
that?
it's like your teeth get dirty and, like
Mhm.
you get, like, a bunch of white
Mhm. Yeah,
plaque
yeah.
on
Mhm.
yeah, on your teeth. So, I used to always get so much plaque on my teeth, like, so much. And I just thought it was, like, genetics. Like, I was like, every time I had to go to the dentist, like, once every 3 months to get my plaque removed, like, they would just be like, "Alright, time to remove plaque," because it was so bad. Like, but and obviously, it's not completely gone, right? My plaque isn't completely gone, but it's it like builds up a lot slower now. Like, I don't have a lot of plaque on my teeth anymore, which is really cool because my whole life I just thought it was genetics. I was like, "Oh, I just have a lot of plaque. Like, that's just who I am." Just I get a lot of plaque on my teeth. But,
Mhm.
ever since I started eating carnivore, and it's been 6 months now, yeah, like, there's just been less plaque building up on my teeth, which is
Mhm.
really cool for me.
Mhm. When you
Yeah, my
say
teeth.
plaque, are you talking about something you can brush off?
Yeah, like, you
Oh,
can yeah, like, the dentist needs to brush it off. Yeah.
mm. Is it called maybe like calculus? Have you heard of that before? Or that's a different thing?
No, I'm kind of talking about, shit, I'm trying to find a picture.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, do you okay, shit. Do you see oh, do you
Yeah,
see
I
like
can.
that?
Yes, yes, yes. The
Like
bot
the
maybe it's
like the
like the
yellow
and
do you see that?
the
The
white stuff,
yellow
the
yeah,
teeth.
Yeah, like the white stuff, like this part right here, like the
Uh,
white. It's like yellow. It's like
okay.
yellow in this picture.
Mm. Yeah,
That's what. Yeah,
I
plaque.
guess maybe that's called. I'm not sure, but maybe that's calculus, and
Uh,
maybe some people they have less, some people they have more after they
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's true. But I think my I think for me, I thought that was really cool that I don't have as much plaque anymore after I
Mm,
started eating better because I know
mm,
for a fact like what I was eating definitely made plaque build up more. I know for a fact it was terrible. So
mm,
yeah, it's just cool though. Something
mm.
small, but yeah,
Uh,
it's cool.
yeah, it definitely is like visually more appealing.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess that has something to do with like health improvement. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
100%. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh, so like when you first went carnivore, you were just eating meat and salt, right? Like strict carnivore.
Yeah, strict well, I was eating yeah, just,
Uh,
meat, salt. Oh, I was also drinking, LMNT, like
mm,
electrolytes, but I was drinking the ones with sweeteners in them, like because
mm,
they were flavored, but I didn't
mm,
know anything at the time, so I
mm,
kept drinking those. I drink, like, 2 a day. Um,
mm.
I don't drink them anymore, but anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
So you were already drinking those before you went carnivore.
Yes, and then I
Oh.
still drank them on carnivore. I still
Mm,
drank them, um, just for, like, honestly, the first month or 2, but then
mm.
I s yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what other foods have you added so far?
Have I added?
Yeah, I know that you are like using butter to cook now. Anything
Oh,
else?
yeah, yeah, so well, ever since I started carnivore, I actually haven't added any foods. I've actually just taken them away. Like, I used to eat
Oh.
fish, I used to eat chicken, I used to eat pork. I don't eat any of that anymore. I
Mm,
just don't eat any well, it's good, like, don't get me wrong, like, I like fi I can eat it, but I actually so I live by myself, right?
mm,
Like, I live by myself, and I want to eat I can eat pretty much whatever I want, whenever I want, but I realized after a couple months of experimenting on carnivore that I really feel the best on just beef. So I decided that, well, I want to enjoy all my meals every time I eat them because I don't eat 3 meals anymore. I can't afford to have a shit meal. Like, I wanna enjoy all of them, you know? I eat once a day or twice a day. So I realized I'm just gonna eat beef, just beef. So, that's actually all I've been eating for the past several months is just
mm.
beef.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
beef, butter, and salt. Yeah, usually. Yeah.
okay. When you say you feel better eating beef, are you talking about the taste, or you actually like maybe your energy is like better?
Yeah, well, I definitely would say one, taste is, yeah, definitely a factor, but also when I eat, like, pork and chicken, I just I just don't feel as much energy, like, it's hard to explain, like, it's just like a feeling. Um, I feel like I think I, like, feel off, like, I definitely know that to be true because,
Mm,
in September, I went out to eat. I went out to eat to, like, celebrate, and we went to get meat, like, it's
mm,
called yakiniku in Japan. Yeah, yeah, we just go eat, like, grill meat, and my friend was like, "Oh, you have to try this. This one's my favorite." It's just like this big huge piece of pork, and it's, like, has sauce on it and stuff, and I was like, "Fuck, okay, like, I'm gonna try it." And then after that, I didn't feel that good, and I went home, and, like, my skin, like, started to flare up. Like, I got, I actually used my skin as, like, as kind of like a signal to tell me, like, am I okay or not?
mm,
Right? Like, because after I ate that piece of pork, um like, I got, like, a zit, like, in a really weird place, like, right here in my nose. Like, dude,
okay.
it was weird. I was like, "What is going on? This did never happens." And it got, like, in the corner of my nose right here, and it was really big, and I was like, "What is going on?" So, I definitely think it had to do with, like, some different types of meat, but also, I just know that like, pigs are a lot dirtier than cows. Like, they only have, like, 1 stomach, you know? and they can't like I don't know what they're eating, they eat just a ton of shit. They just eat everything, and if that's pork. That's like all the pork, and like that's their stomach, and everything. Like cows have like 4 stomachs, like they can process a lot of different food and like different things like a lot cleaner. And pigs can't do that. So I just know pork is usually dirtier than beef, just to put it in simple terms. And so I just decided, okay, I don't want to do that. I only want the best meat because I want to feel the best, and I also want to keep healing my skin, healing my gut. So I really just only want to eat the best meat. So I just
Mm.
decided I'm only going to eat beef. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it's been
Oh,
amazing. Yeah.
and do you still get acne sometimes eating beef?
No, I mean, yeah, like very rarely. Actually, so yeah, just my skin, I actually realized thanks to carnivore, this sounds so weird. But thanks to carnivore, I actually noted like, I actually realized I had an actual skin condition. Like it made me realize, "Whoa, I like something is actually wrong with my skin." And it's act and it act I actually, like, needed surgery, like, twice for my because like, they weren't zits, like, they weren't regular it was not regular acne. It was like do you know what cysts are? Cyst?
Just
Cy
like us? I'm not sure.
cyst? Yeah, like, it's like anyway, they were like, just imagine, like, bumps, like, bumpy, like, weird, like, bumpiness on my face, like, on my forehead, on
Mm,
everything.
mm,
My skin just didn't feel smooth. My skin was not
uh,
smooth, and it was just bumpy, and, like, these cysts were underneath my skin.
mm,
Um, and that was like and it had been that way for years, and I thought that was just normal. But my like after healing some part of my skin with carnivore, it made me realize, whoa, like why aren't these bumps going away? Like this isn't normal
oh,
acne. This is something weird. This is something crazy. So I actually went to a doctor in my town, and he told me, it's something different. We can remove it. So I've had surgeries twice now. So I will say like in the surgery, like it's kind of painful. Like it left a lot of marks. And so that's why like this right here, this is also a surgery mark. It's very
mm,
small, but that's like surgery. Um, so yeah, anyway, my skin hasn't been looking it hasn't been looking like incredible the past couple months because I've had these surgeries. Um, but it feels so good. Like it feels so much better now. And the rate like sorry, I've been talking a lot, but before carnivore, let's just say in April this year, I I used to expect acne every week. Every week I would like look at my face in the mirror and be like, "All right, there's more acne. Like where is it today?" Like I used to just expect acne every day,
mm,
every
mm.
single day. Like somewhere new on my face. And it sucked. It really sucked. Um it wasn't terrible, I wasn't like suffering from like chronic acne like terrible, but well, I wanted my skin to be better, so yeah, and now, like, I barely get any acne. It's, like, super nice, compared to, like, how it used to be, so, yeah, definitely a huge improvement, there.
Did you tell your doctor you were doing carnivore?
No.
Oh,
No. No,
um,
definitely not.
was it because you like? Why did you not want to bring this
Oh.
up?
Oh, actually, okay, so well, in Japan, sorry,
Oh
the
yeah,
person who in Japan, like, I didn't tell anybody about my diet. They just wanted to fix my face, but when I actually went back to America in September.
yes.
And I didn't so I have, like, a dentist there, but I also went to see a doctor just for this like a regular checkup. And then, yeah, they actually told me, they're like, "Wow, your cholesterol is really high." It's really high. And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine, like, it's all good," like, because I wanted to know what my blood t like, I wanted
Uh,
to get a blood test on carnivore
uh,
because I was, like, 3 months in to carnivore at that point, and my doctor was like, and she didn't ask, but I actually just told her, I was like, "Yeah, have you ever heard of the carnivore diet?" And she said, "No, what is that?" She was like, "No, but which by the way, she's fucking lying. I know she knows what carnivore is. I
Oh,
know for a
why?
fact. Well, it's just like not something people want to promote, right? Like carnivore, like everybody thinks like meat is bad or like it's gonna cause cancer. So like I swear she was lying. Like I know she knew. Like I'm pretty sure she knew what carnivore was. She just didn't want to say anything. But I told her anyway. I was like, "Yeah, I just eat meat and stuff." And she was like, "Wow, you really need to eat more vegetables. Like you need to get
Uh,
more vegetables." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Like I know. Like I need to eat
uh,
more vegetables, but yeah, I haven't eaten a vegetable since, so I'm still
mm,
fine."
mm.
Yeah, I'm still good. But yeah, she definitely thought it was like weird that I was doing carnivore. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you think a carnivore diet is like a known thing in the States?
Is it like a known thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm pretty sure people know about it, but they don't know anybody who actually does it. You
Mm,
know? Like I knew what a carnivore diet was too. Like I know what it is. Like I was like, "Oh yeah, you just eat meat, whatever." But I never really met anyone who actually did it. Like I had always knew vegetarians existed, vegans exist, um, people like pescatarians like eat fish and whatever. But I never knew anybody who was carnivore ever. I had never seen anyone who was just carnivore.
mm,
So it's like people don't really take it seriously, I don't think. It's not like a
mm,
real diet, you know?
mm,
Um, but anyway, yeah,
okay.
it's the best way for me to eat.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Yeah, because I think doctors should start addressing this because this is like a reality now. This is not a theory anymore. Like
Yeah.
so many people are just only eating meat and they are fine. So
Yeah.
you need to explain it. Like people don't like to eat vegetables.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah, so
people don't
like
like
why are you like telling people to eat vegetables when obviously you can be fine not eating vegetables?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's backwards. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Mm, what are the things you think were true before, but right now you don't anymore because of carnivore?
Yeah, I definitely well, one, like, vegetables are necessary. I thought that was true. Like, I thought you just needed vegetables. Um, but I even back then, even back, like, when I was, like, doing a normal diet, even when I was eating vegetables then, I always thought, like, I could eat what are they doing for me? Like I was always like, why are these healthy? You know, like they're like I actually was kind of like curious. I was like, why are these like I feel like when I eat a vegetable, I get nothing. Like I just feel like I get nothing, you know, nothing good. And I always thought that. I actually did. But everybody said they were great, so I just kept eating them.
Mm,
So I know that to be a lie now because I haven't had a vegetable in 6 months and I feel really good. So
mm, mm.
yeah.
You
Um,
not didn't your health not only didn't become worse but became better because of not
yeah.
eating vegetables.
I'd say so. Yeah, definitely.
Partly because of not eating vegetables.
Yeah, I definitely also like. I know vegetables were messing up my digestion. I know they were
Mm,
screwing up my gut health. Yeah, but anyway, so vegetables being good, I know that to be like a lie. Like you don't actually need them. Like they're not necessary, right? You don't need them to survive. Um, I got that going out, and then like a lot of carbohydrates to like get big and stuff. Like for people who want to build muscle or things like that, or like to or just to eat um a lot of food. Like a lot of people eat a lot of food, but they do it with a lot of carbohydrates. Like they won't eat a lot of meat. They'll just eat a lot of carbohydrates instead. And I used to believe that too. That's why I was eating like a lot of protein, but all like way more carbs. Like I was eating like 1,000 grams of rice a day. That was a lot, like too much, like way too much. But I thought that was normal. So yeah, you don't actually need carbohydrates. They're actually not essential either. Uh, so I thought you needed vegetables. I thought you needed carbohydrates, and then I also thought you needed to eat 3 times a day. I thought I needed to eat like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I always was like, I need to be eating 3 times a day to stay healthy. No, you don't. You
uh,
don't need to do that. But so I used to eat 3 times a day, and then I guess also eating raw meat. Um, that used to be crazy. That used to be like a crazy no-no. Like don't do that. Do not eat raw meat. Please, you will die. You will literally die if you eat raw meat. So yeah, I eat raw meat right now, so it's fine. Yeah, especially eating raw chicken. That was terrible. But actually, do you know Andres? Andres trains like he just ate a whole raw chicken today for Christmas, like 3 pounds of raw chicken today, and he's fine. So, so yeah,
Mm,
pretty crazy. So yeah, eating raw meat was huge too. I thought that was crazy, but now I do it. Now I eat raw
mm.
meat. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why did you even want to try eating raw meat?
Yeah, I guess I was just curious, you know? I mean, yeah, like at first, I mean, obviously it's not like at first I didn't eat a lot, you know, I just ate some. I just tried a bite of raw ground beef. And raw ground beef, by the way, it doesn't taste like anything. It actually just has no flavor. So I thought I was like, okay, this is fine, this is whatever. And then gosh, why did I want to eat more? Um Well, I also just I just heard about like benefits from eating meat in its like purest form, you know, like raw, like not cooking it. Like I wanted to kind of see how it would affect my digestion, how like easy it would be to eat. Um, because I don't know, after going on carnivore, I just feel like I've been experimenting with my body. You know, it's so easy to experiment because you know exactly what you're eating, right? So I just wanted to. I was, I got to just eating beef, and I realized, okay, what if I just do raw meat for a whole week? So I ate only raw meat for a whole week, just raw meat, just raw meat. By the way, yeah,
Holy
nothing, no,
shit.
yeah, just raw meat. I did that. I've actually done that a couple times.
That's
I've done
all.
a couple of weeks where just eating raw meat, um, and it was, oh man, dude, it was crazy. I actually didn't like the first time I got it just doesn't fill me up. Like I can eat a lot of raw meat and not get full.
Hmm.
Um, and then also I just won't go like the first time I did it, I just did not go to the bathroom for like 3 days. Which I thought that was like weird at first, but um I was getting like I was eating fat. I was eating yeah, a lot of raw meat, so I was like, "Oh, this should be fine." Like it's just not cooked, so it's like somehow different. But I felt really like a like a pure energy like throughout my day. I just felt like I was eating such like pure meat. Like it was just untouched, raw. It felt really special. So like don't get me wrong, like a cooked steak, like a salted cooked steak tastes way better. It tastes way better than raw meat, but raw meat is like it's like the most perfect. I don't know. For me, it's like the most pure form. So there's nothing that can go wrong with it. At least for beef. Yeah, raw beef. I would just because that's all I know. I've only tried eating raw beef. Uh, but yeah, it was kind of just a challenge I wanted to try, but also I realized, wow, like it's almost like I want to eat more raw beef just in general now. Like I don't want to keep eating cooked because before that, I thought that um, even if it wasn't raw, like I had to cook a steak a lot to be able to eat it. Now I just cook it for like 10 seconds on each side, and it's pretty much raw in the middle, you know. But before I was like, I have to cook it a lot, or else it's gonna be bad, you know. It can't be red in the middle. If it's red in the middle, I'm gonna die, you know, like something like that. But yeah, it just really opened my mind up to like it's okay to eat raw stuff, you know, like raw meat and things like
Oh,
that. It was cool.
so
Yeah.
so you heard some people talking about the benefits of eating raw meat first, and then you gradually got more and more curious.
Yeah,
Wh-
definitely.
Who are those people? Do you know? Can you tell
Yeah,
me?
well, I mean, Andres is one of them. Yeah,
Oh.
like Andres was like he set a challenge for himself. He was going to eat raw meat for 100 days, 100 days straight. Um, yeah. So he did that. So that got me curious. I was like, is that even possible? Like, can you eat raw meat for
Mm,
100 days? Like, is that even like what do you mean? Like, how are you going to do that?
mm,
But I got curious, and then um I kept seeing people, even like Jordan, like the guy I mentioned earlier, Jordan Potts. He was like eating raw liver. I know that's like an organ, but still, I was like, whoa, more raw stuff. Um, and I'm like, I'm already carnivore, so I should also try raw meat. Like that's just what I thought. Like I should also try. Just because
Oh,
why not? You know, why not?
mm,
Um, so I tried it and it was really interesting. It just felt even when I went back, like after the 1 week was over, I went back to cooking meat. I started to crave raw meat. Like I really
mm,
wanted just more raw meat. So I started eating both. And
mm,
then I actually got sick um in October. Just like I got like a cold, like a strep throat. And for that whole week I actually only ate raw meat again. And then I just felt like because I just felt like, well, the best thing I can give myself is raw meat. It's just meat in its most raw form. So I
mm.
just thought, yeah, this is probably the best thing to do. And it made me feel the best. Like it made me feel energized and I had great digestion. Um, yeah, it just felt safe. It just felt like this is what I need to be eating. So yeah, for me.
Saying that eating ramen is safe is crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was good though. It was so good. And I still eat it now. I still eat raw meat
Mm.
sometimes right now. So
So
yeah.
so right now you eat both cooked meat and raw meat.
Yeah. I mean, right now I mostly eat like cooked meat. I'd probably say like 80% cooked and then 20% raw.
Mm,
But I just like both, so I just eat
mm.
both. Yeah,
Uh,
it's really
you
good.
think you feel better eating only raw?
Uh,
Just
probably yeah. Yeah,
purely.
honestly, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, like
that's
strict feeling, I would probably say like with like if I'm gonna be completely honest, like my digestion, like how my stomach feels, like everything feels really good on raw meat, like
mm,
super good. But the difference, like I really am enjoying cooked steaks right now. Like just like the difference is kind of small, I think. So it's okay. Like I just like I'm enjoying cooked meat right
mm,
now,
mm,
but who knows? In the future again, I could maybe eat just raw for a week, 2 weeks, who knows how long, but
mm.
yeah. It's just like
Uh,
it's hard to like eat raw meat for super long time because obviously you want to eat a cooked steak again, like you get the craving for like more flavor because raw meat, right? It just doesn't have as much flavor. It's like instead of food, it's like fuel for your body. It's just fuel. And you're like dopamine. There's no dopamine. There's no like, oh, this is so good. There's no dopamine hit of flavor. It's just good fuel for your body. So there's no like, oh, I really am like wanting raw meat. It's like, no, there's none of that. You just like eat it. It's just like your good fuel. So yeah. Yeah, it actually, yeah, it taught me that I can actually like eat food that doesn't necessarily taste super good, but just be okay. Like it also like my brain relies like now that I'm eating cooked meat again, like it gets really excited. Like the dopamine signals hit when I get that really first bite of cooked steak because it tastes so good. I'm like, yes, like give me more of the steak. But when you eat raw meat, it's like you don't get any of that. You start eating and you're like, "Oh, yep, this is raw meat," and that's it. Like it's not that
mm,
good. It's like not super good. It's not bad. I like the taste, but it doesn't taste phenomenal. You know, it doesn't
mm.
taste super good. It's
Guess
cool
you are
though.
just calmer overall.
What?
You're just calmer overall.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm. I think I really agree with what you just said. Like
Mhm.
maybe if you eat raw, you will feel better, but eating cooked is still good.
Yeah,
And cooked meat tastes very good.
yeah. Cooked
Yeah,
meat tastes really good, but
yeah.
just based on feeling, just based on just pure feeling, just raw meat, I feel like is the highest
Mm,
for me
that's
that
nice.
I've experienced so far.
I have heard many like raw meat eater reporting the same feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Some people just eat raw meat for a long time. They just stick to this.
yeah, yeah,
So I think that's pretty cool. That's interesting. Yeah, like it's like they don't want to go back eating cooked food.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely. I thought about that too. I thought when I like ate raw meat for a whole week, I went back to cook food, and I was like, is this even right? Like, should I be doing this? Like, should I be eating cooked food? But
Mm.
I thought, I mean, now it's like I just love steak. I only eat steak, so yeah, I just like cooking it, but um, definitely easy to eat raw meat. Like I just feel like it's really easy to eat. People always like people like worry about it at first. Like my mom was like, "Whoa, like that must be really hard to eat, right? Like it must be really like tough to like chew and like get down, but it's actually really easy. Like it's super easy to eat as long as you get like steak or something. Like it's just yeah, it's actually really easy to eat. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. What has the meat quality that you have been eating?
Yeah, so I actually get almost all of my meat from Costco. So I go to Costco in Japan, and as far as I know, so the beef I get is like USDA. Um, so I know USDA uh graded meat is I'm pretty sure it's grain fed. I'm pretty sure it's grain fed meat. Um, but yeah, I just think that buying at Costco is the best for my budget, for my like money, because it costs, money is definitely a factor, and I want to go to Costco and get a lot of meat at once. So yeah, I think I buy grain fed meat. I'm pretty sure it's grain fed, and I am still feeling really good.
Mm.
Like it's like the people say like I mean obviously grass fed and finished is like better than grain fed, but um personally I am doing really well on grain fed meat. Um Obviously if I had grass fed meat like accessible at Costco, then I would get it probably, but like obviously I would get it, but I mean I'm just trying to buy as much meat as possible for the best price. And I post on my stories sometimes about like how much meat I buy, and it's just these humongous cases of meat. Like I'm sure you've seen my story sometimes. It's just like so like huge like containers of meat. Uh
Mm.
yeah, from
You
Costco.
need
So
to like break that down yourself at home, right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what part of cow is that?
No, no, wait, hold on.
You just know
Uh,
that's beef.
I just know oh yeah, I just know it's like a lot of beef and it's like or wait, it's beef chuck eye. So I don't even know what part of the cow that is actually.
Okay.
Part of cow. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I could. Oh,
I
chuck
just
eye
I
steaks
want
come
to
from the.
know, do you care about eating a certain part? I guess you
No,
don't. You just eat beef.
no, I just eat beef. Okay, it says that the chuck eye steak comes from the upper. It comes from the shoulder of
Okay.
the. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like as you can see, like it's hard to see, but
Okay.
anyway, yeah.
Oh, I
So
saw it. Saw it. Nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I guess that's like a cheaper cut.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like it's probably a cheaper cut for sure, but I
I
mean,
see.
I just if it's beef, I'll eat it. Like I don't
Mm,
care. I really don't care,
uh,
honestly.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. As long as it tastes good.
Yeah, as long as it's yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Because like some carnivores, they if you show them a cut of steak, they are going to know that what part this is.
that's crazy. I'm not there yet. That's
There's like
crazy.
they have like 5 kinds of steaks, and each kind of steak has a name, and they ask people like, do you know what each part? What's the name of each part? Yeah, and I
That's
comment, I just eat whatever I want to eat.
yeah, I just
Looks.
I actually don't know at
Mm.
all like what parts of it, but I don't care. I'll just eat
I think
red meat.
if you look at a piece of meat and it has fat, you are naturally going to know that, oh, this is going to taste good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't think about it. Mm.
Yeah, that's all I care about is if it has a lot of fat, then I'll eat it. That's
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay, okay. I
yeah.
maybe like you can try to eat only grass fed raw meat for 1 month and see
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
I
I will do
know
that.
raw meat eater, they definitely focus on meat quality.
Yeah, 100%. I understand that. Yeah. Um, yeah, I definitely that could be a good experiment. I could try
Mm,
grass-fed raw meat for who knows, a couple weeks. Yeah, I could do
mm,
that. That
okay.
could be cool.
You didn't feel like scared eating grain-fed raw meat?
No, not really. I just I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I had already felt so good on carnivore, like that I just thought nothing could harm me. You know? I just thought, "Oh, this is raw meat, like, yeah, sounds good." Like, I'm already, like, healed. Like, I've already been
Oh,
healing so much. So, then what is this gonna do? Like, not
oh,
is this gonna be bad? Like, there's no way this is gonna be bad. It's still meat,
mm,
you know? Still meat, so it has to be good. And see, I wasn't scared at all. It just definitely was, like, weird, though, at first.
mm,
Because I definitely need because, like, my brain was relying on taste, like that dopamine hit of taste, like good food. So I couldn't eat a lot of raw meat at first. I always like ate some raw meat and then like I would have my cooked meat after. But then I started building up more and more of like a tolerance. Like a quote, like, I don't know, tolerance isn't the right word. I just got more used to eating food that didn't taste super good, like super amazing, like raw meat. Um, so I started building up like a feeling for that, and then once my brain once I could eat a lot of raw meat all at once without my brain saying, "Hey, you need to eat something that tastes super good," or "You need something with more flavor," like, that's when I started the challenge for eating 1 week of raw meat.
mm, mm,
So yeah. So yeah.
mm. I haven't even tried that. That's very interesting. I only tried eating some raw meat sometimes.
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
I really like eat only raw meat for a period of time. Yeah, I definitely. But yeah, I was just like worried about meat quality. But it sounds like you are doing well, just eating uh normal meat, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. I'm doing completely fine. Honestly, like I said, like, I still felt the best on raw meat, just feeling,
That's very.
just when I ate it for a week. I just felt like super pure energy into my body. So, yeah, if you wanna give, like, raw meat a try for 1 day, that'd be kind of
Mm.
interesting challenge. Interesting, but yeah. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you eat raw eggs?
I used to. Actually, Leo, I actually don't eat eggs right now. I
Mm,
just don't eat them. But I used to eat raw eggs. Raw eggs, like, just the yolk, because I think I am kind of, like, have an intolerance to the egg whites. Like, my body just, like I can't eat egg whites. They just feel kind of, like, bad for me. Um, so, yeah, I would separate the egg whites and the egg yolk and then just eat the egg yolk. Um, but, yeah, I used to eat those, but right now, it's kind of just, like I don't really know how my eggs are sourced in Japan. Like, I've tried to look, at Costco, and I just don't really trust any of the eggs that I'm looking at. Obviously, I know they're good eggs, but I want I want to know that my eggs are kind of like soy free, corn free, like I just want them to be like good quality eggs, and I don't really know if they are right now. Um, so I ate eggs for the first couple months on carnivore, but now I haven't even eaten one egg in like several months.
mm,
I love eggs though. I know that
mm,
they're a really amazing food, but I don't think I've found like a good reliable source yet for
mm.
eggs. Maybe I'll have
So
to go
I
to a
guess
farm.
you worry about you worry less about the diet of a cow because it has more stomachs.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
a fair point.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
also just like experimented like a lot with beef too. Like I've been eating it for so long and it's making me feel so good. So it's also I just know by like my personal experience that like beef is like okay for me. Like it's
Mm,
good. So yeah, I just trust myself more than anything.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you go to Costco to buy your meat and you look at the price, the deliciousness. Any other things that you look at?
Uh
For example, yes, yeah, maybe like whether it is raised in Japan or not, or um
Oh,
the quality.
yeah. Honestly, yeah, I definitely always try and get, like, stuff that's, like, m made, like, locally, like, raised locally. Um, I just always think that's the best. Honestly, um, like, if I go to a different meat store, like, right by my house, that's not Costco, like, somewhere else, they have stuff from, like, Mexico, and they have stuff from, like, the US and, like, all over the place, but just because 'cause I'm in Japan personally, like, I just like to get stuff from Japan. I feel like it just feels right, like, I don't know,
Mm,
that's just personally what I do. Yeah, I always try and get stuff that's from Japan or made in the country. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
meat you buy from Costco, that's from the US, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, let me double check because I feel like it is, um, but because it's USD. Here, hold on. I have a pair right here. Yeah, yeah, from America. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you are saying that you try to buy locally raised animals, but it's not like the first priority.
Yeah, like, if they have it, sure, like, I'm gonna get local stuff,
Mm,
but, I mean, you like, this amount of meat, like, this is, like, 8 kilos, um, like, I need that much. I need a lot. Like, I wanna buy a lot of meat all at once. So, yeah, like, I just think okay, here, I'll make it easy. The number 1 thing on my priority list is
mm.
the quantity, the size of the meat. That's the biggest thing for me. And also it has to be beef. So it has to be beef and it has to be a lot of meat. So yeah, like even if it's from America, which I mean, I don't know, it tastes really good. It's still really good, it's from America, but um yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me. I think quantity has always been like a huge importance in my diet. Like, I always just wanted the meal with the most amount of food. Like, I always
Mm.
just wanted to eat the most amount of food, you know? So, I think that's definitely stays the same for carnivore. Like, I'll walk out of Costco with, like, 4 cases of meat and butter,
So
like
bad.
yeah. I walk around the store with that. People look at me and are like, "What? Like what is he doing?" Wow, that's so much meat. Like, oh my god, like, I can't even believe that.
uh,
Yeah. So I get a lot of weird looks at me,
uh,
when I walk around, but, yeah, I think I just care about the size.
okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe it is because you want to go shopping less.
Yeah, definitely, yeah,
Mm.
because Costco is kind of, like, far away from my house, so I
Oh,
have to go so I try and only go, like, once a month.
mm,
Uh, so yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah,
see. Okay.
yeah.
So obviously you are like eating this crazy all meat diet now, and like when people see that, what do they usually think, or do they
Oh,
say anything?
um, yeah, I
Especially,
mean yeah, in Japan, it's crazy. Like, in Japan, I'm like a crazy guy. Um, sorry, my nose. Yeah, I didn't really tell people I was doing it at first, um, but obviously I've been doing just meat for 6 months. I've been on the carnivore diet for 6 months, and, like, yeah, people who work with me know that I only eat meat, and also, like, a lot more of my friends know that I only eat meat. Um, at first it was kind of hard because everybody wants to give you, like everybody wants to give you chocolate or, like, candy, and, like, they want you to, like, go out and drink alcohol with them, like, having drinking parties and stuff, and I don't know, in Japan, like, you have to, like, eat, like, the standard food there and eat rice, but, yeah, like, I just had to say no to all that, you know?
mm,
And, yeah, people definitely think it's weird. Actually, yeah, people have told me who this is hilarious. Um, people are always so concerned about my health. Like, they always say, like, like this guy, like I'm just gonna tell you an example.
Mm-mm.
This guy who I work with, or who I sometimes work with, he's pretty overweight, and he doesn't exercise, and he drinks a lot of alcohol, and yeah, he does all like these bad, for me, like bad things. and, and he tells me, he's like, Nick, you only eat meat? Nick, how old are you now? 20, you're 23 years old? Nick, when you become 30 years old or 40 years old, your body is just going to break down. It's going to die. And I was like, all right. like, okay. Like, you're, I mean, this guy's like drinking a soda. He's like drinking Coke. He's like obese. He's like overweight. And he like, I'm just like, who are you to tell me about like what I can eat and what I can't eat? So because it's just kind of insane how like I'll like before I started carnivore, I would eat um like dessert, right? I would eat ice cream, I would eat all these carbohydrates, I would sometimes even drink sodas and like just eat more of like a regular, like I would eat pizza, like all these regular things people do in society. And
Mm.
nobody ever questioned me once about like, oh Nick, are you sure you want to eat that? Like, are you okay? Like, Nick, you're about to eat another donut? Like, oh whoa, you have to watch out or else your body's gonna die. And like now that I only eat meat and I don't eat any like processed shit, people are now concerned about my health and are like, whoa,
Mm.
are you gonna be okay? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be just fine. Like I'm gonna be great. But isn't that weird though? Have you ever
Yeah,
like
it's really weird. Yeah,
it's
because
really interesting.
like we
Yeah.
discussed before, we obviously know that processed shit is bad for us. But
Yeah.
when we all of a sudden start eating it, people start to get worried.
Yeah. So I don't
Uh,
know. It's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very contrary.
Yeah, I actually just was told that same thing by somebody else yesterday. Yeah, somebody else told me the same thing yesterday while he was literally sitting at the table, just overweight, just like literally drinking a Coke, and then like eating like dessert. He just looked at me and said, Nick, you gotta eat more than you have to eat your vegetables. You have to eat vegetables. You can't just keep eating meat or else your body, when you get older, it's not gonna work anymore. And I'm like, what? Like I don't understand the logic. Like I don't understand the logic. Like I don't get it. But it's
Have
interesting.
they asked you, like why you wanted to eat this diet?
Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, not really. Like people don't really
That's
like
so strange.
yeah, people don't really ask me why. They're just like, "Well, that you just need to eat more vegetables," like with no explanation. There's
Mm,
like they just you have to eat vegetables, like it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna eat meat. Like I don't know. I don't have to like, you know, say
because I
anything.
think it's very obvious. It's very obvious that you are a person that takes care of yourself. So
Yeah.
people should be curious. Like you're not stupid.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
because they if they say that, oh Nick, you should eat more vegetables, it's like um they are just thinking that you are a stupid person that knows nothing about anything.
Yeah. No,
You definitely
100%.
right.
What's up?
You're doing
What?
like for a person to do something that's this strange in a society that eats different food, you definitely need to do your research first.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
100%.
like, how can they not want to ask questions?
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, and everybody who like gets on like who really like tells me like, "Oh, Nick, you're gonna die," or like your body's gonna explode if you keep eating meat. Like everybody who tells me that, like they aren't in shape. Like they eat all like a lot of processed food. Like they eat like a lot of they just do all these bad things. And so it just makes me like really like curious. Like, I clearly like taking care of myself. I take care of myself pretty well, but they also just think I'm like crazy, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of think that's like one of the biggest, like the funniest things ever since I've started carnivore. Like people are all of a sudden now like worried about what I eat, but they're still eating like all these donuts and ice cream and drinking alcohol and like doing these things. So it's just it makes me very curious. Like, why is it so backwards? Like, why is that normal? Like, why is it like I don't get it? It's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone shown curiosity?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not in Japan. Like I definitely have not found a Japanese person yet that is curious in carnivore. Like no way.
No way.
Absolutely not. Maybe well, I definitely have some people that are saying like, "Hey Nick, like I want to go eat meat with you sometime." Like that's it. Like let's go eat meat together. Which is actually pretty cool. Like, oh, nice. Thanks, dude. Like let's go. That's like the extent of it though. Like nobody really says anything other than that. Um but definitely online, like on social media, like people from other countries that aren't Japan, like America, some people in Europe have also said like, "Whoa, like I'm kind of curious about this diet. I'm kind of curious about what it can do for my health." So yeah, I just think a lot of people are more open-minded in different countries. Like Japan, like everybody I mean everybody's Japanese, right? Everybody's the same. Like in America, like there's so many like a mix of different people, in America, like all different kinds of races and like different people from different countries. But in Japan, it's like everybody's Japanese, everybody thinks the same way. The society, like everybody's going to get the same job, like it's everything, a lot of stuff is the same. So it's hard for them to like think of anything different, I think. For most Japanese. I'm not saying everyone, but for the majority of people, it's like it's tough to like go against the norm, to go against what you've been taught and things like that. So
Mm,
yeah, when I bring up the carnivore diet, people are like, "Holy shit! Like you're crazy! Like this is so weird." Um,
mm,
but I understand. Like I understand why they would think it's weird, but
mm.
um, people don't really ever ask me about it. They're just like, "Nick, you're gonna die," and I'm like, "Okay." Like,
What the
if I
hell?
die, I may like if I die, then you're right, but I won't. So
Uh,
yeah,
if I knew nothing about carnivore now and I see you posting carnivore online, I would also get curious. I wouldn't
yeah,
because like you are not stupid. It's not
yeah,
hard to understand. Not stupid.
yeah. I would like to think that. Yeah, I would like to think I'm not stupid. But yeah, yeah, 100%.
At least get a little bit curious and do some research. Don't just
Yeah,
say, "Oh,
yeah,
for you." That's so stupid.
yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
fine though. I mean, it's fine. At first, I thought like, wow, I really need to convince like all these people, but um, it's also just not worth my time. I think to like
mm,
go sit down with them and just try and argue with them about why carnivore is good and things like that. And it's just like they can just keep watching me like by my actions of how
mm,
good I feel and like how I look as well, like with my physical and also my mental health. Like they can just watch me and observe and hopefully they can make the connection that carnivore is a big part in that because it really is. So
mm.
yeah, I think so.
I have been doing that for 20 months now, but my family still my family members still don't really want to change.
No. Yeah, I want my parents to
But
try it as well,
mm,
but yeah,
yeah,
but
I'll do the same thing. I'll just keep setting a good example.
yeah, set the good example. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Let's see. So around use. So you have posted something about carnivore on your Instagram. Are you going to keep sharing? And if you are going to, what kind of content are you going to share when it comes to carnivore?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna keep sharing about carnivore. I definitely I just know like carnivore has made me feel so good that I just feel kind of bad if I don't share it. Like there's this new level of health that I've discovered, um, and I just feel like not a lot of people know about it yet. And you just don't really know. Like it's hard to explain unless you really feel it. Like unless you feel it, you don't really know. Because like I said, like I thought this was peak health. Like before I started carnivore, I thought I was doing everything right. I thought this was the best. And then I tried carnivore and now it's just like way up here. Like this is new health. This is like my new standard of health. You know what I mean? I feel so good up here. And I just want to keep sharing to everyone that like, hey, carnivore is actually doing me so much good, and it's made me feel so much better. And I really want you to feel like I do. So please, yeah, I'm gonna keep sharing. I'm gonna keep sharing carnivore stuff. And as for content, yeah, I definitely want to keep posting like what I buy at Costco, different stuff what I buy at Costco on carnivore diet. I actually want to post more about of what I eat daily. Actually, just to get on this thought, I'm just gonna like pause real quick. Zach and I are starting a like next month is World Carnivore Month, right? It's January, World Carnivore Month, and since you asked what content, Zach and I are trying to start I guess a carnivore support group for the month. So Zach and I are both going to be doing strict carnivore all month of January. Um, and we just want to do it with people. We want to help people do it along the way. So we will be doing a 30-day challenge. Well, I guess January 31 days. So 31-day challenge of carnivore. And Zach and I will be there to help you along the way. And we will be talking about that on social media very soon. Um, so that's another thing coming. Zach and I are trying to get more people to try the carnivore diet. And I just feel like if we do it as a group, it's a lot better than doing it by yourself. Because I just think it's easier to talk with other people.
Mm,
So yeah, Leo, I would also love for you to be a part of that. By the way, you should just
okay.
help
Oh,
because
okay.
you carnivore 21.
Mm,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
mm.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep trying to like I want to do more collab posts. Like I would love to do a collab post with Zach and then like also you. You make such funny videos. Um, they're so funny. so so yeah, we should do one. I'm gonna keep posting though about like what I'm eating, um, just basic stuff for now. But yeah, I would definitely like to do some like funny uh collaborations in the future. Yeah, it'd
Oh,
be cool.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
definitely look forward to that.
yeah. Awesome.
Let's see. Has anyone let's start with in real life. Has anyone maybe started to eat less processed junk and more meat because of you?
Mm, in real life. So like in Japan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the people around you, I guess.
Yeah, no, I would say for a little bit, for just a little while they did. When I actually moved to Japan, I wasn't drinking sodas. Like I haven't drinking sodas in like years, but
Oh,
I definitely encourage some people to stop drinking them because they're not good for you. Like,
mm-hmm.
obviously they're shit. So I think they stopped drinking sodas for a little
Oh,
while, but then I think recently they started drinking sodas again. But I think that's like pretty much it. Like other than that, nobody has changed their eating habits. Instead, I actually feel like people have started to like train more, like move their body more. Thanks, like because I'm here. Um, actually, Do you know this one guy who I work? His name is Akimoto. He's like this Japanese older guy. Anyway, I work with him sometimes. He's also just like kind of like a he's been playing Kanama for like 20 something years, like 20 years. And anyway, so actually, I guess he has been eating more meat ever since I moved and went on carnivore. Like before, he was just eating like literally just like noodles and yeah, mostly just noodles and he doesn't eat vegetables. Um, but he just was eating like a lot of ramen. But I think ever since like one time he came over to my house and we had like a little meat party and we just ate meat. And ever since then, he's been eating a little more meat, I think, in his diet. Obviously, he still eats like shit. He
mm,
still eats bad, but he eats more meat than he used to, which I think is a win. So,
mm. Sure, sure.
yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much it. But
Eat less
not a lot of
processed.
people have switched. What?
Oh, when you eat more meat, you eat less processed junk.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because you're just not hungry for the processed stuff, so it's easier
Mm.
to avoid it.
And also, like your stomach, the space is the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
That guy the guy who can do like big cup with many cups? Does you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
I think he came to Taiwan before, but
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't.
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
but I didn't see him in person. I just know that
Um,
there's like a guy maybe is like somewhat famous and he came to Taiwan.
yeah, 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 he is, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
let's see. Oh yeah, what about online?
Online? Okay, well, I'll actually first say that, like, I'm pretty sure that Zach got into carnivore because of me, so I'll say Zach.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Sure,
he
sure,
yeah,
definitely.
so Zach, that counts. Like, Zach's also part of it. Online, I, uh I don't think I've gotten anybody to switch fully to carnivore, um, to, like, actually try the carnivore diet like I did, but I definitely have encouraged people to kind of be more aware of the importance of eating meat and like getting protein just for health. Like I don't really like this is all just me talking without they even thinking about like becoming muscular. Like I don't care. Like that's not like like it's cool to get muscle and whatever and be in shape, but like just for your health, just getting protein and just the importance of just eating meat. I feel like I've definitely shared my views with a lot of people, and I think some people have definitely benefited from that. And just, I guess, I don't know, tried to eat more meat consciously. So yeah, online, I'd say definitely like a handful of people. I post about carnivore and like meat a lot on my stories. Um, so I don't know how many people I'm, I guess, helping for sure, but I know just from a couple people I've talked to, they definitely are more aware of, I guess, trying to eat more meat. Like they want to try and eat more. And so far, they've just had nothing but good things to say. They always just say, like, wow, I feel so energized and like I feel full and it feels good. So yeah, I've just heard nothing but good things so far from some
Mm,
people. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. What are the foods you consider not ideal, and do you still eat them sometimes?
Not ideal. Okay. Well, I would say not ideal as in oh god. Like we can just like say like processed like food, desserts, vegetables. I don't eat these two at all, not once since I've gone
Mm-mm.
carnivore. Um, and then I would say I don't know. Well, it depends on your goals. Like carbohydrates, clearly they aren't like an essential nutrient, but it depends. Like obviously, if you're like trying to build muscle or like become a bodybuilder, like carbohydrates can help you in that regard because, um, yeah, it's just different. Just people have different goals in their training. I just feel like having carbs like helps you get bigger a lot faster and also yeah, provides more water weight to your body and like more water in the muscle, it just fills you up more. It just kind of makes you look more, I guess, full as a person if you have more carbohydrates. And that could be good for some people. Um, I don't know if they're, for me, they're not ideal right now. For me, they're not. So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I actually only eat, like, I really only eat beef and that's literally all I eat. So for me, my ideal is just that, just beef. So obviously, no hate to fruit or honey. Oh, I actually tried honey for a week. I tried honey for 1 week and it was good. But yeah, I definitely like got like a headache and like
Oh,
I got like a cold from that. Yeah, it was weird. I'm not sure. Yeah, but it was really good. It was actually like too good. It was like the sweet flavor. It was like I was addicted. I got addicted to the flavor, but I had to stop. Um, yeah. Sorry. Ideal. It just depends on the person, like what their
yeah. I
ideal
guess
is.
what I'm trying to ask is that, for
Yeah.
example, if you are eating out,
Yeah.
um, do you have some strict rules? Like you're definitely not going to eat what?
Oh yeah. Well, if I'm eating out, then I have to be eating meat, or else I'm not going to eat out. Like even if I go with somebody, like I just won't eat anything if it's not meat. I'm like
Oh,
because Like, it's not because, like, it's not because I'm afraid, it's just because, like, I don't want to. Like, personally for me, I know how I feel, when I eat, like, regular food, like rice and vegetables and other stuff that I used to consume, like, I know how that made me feel, and it's not as good. That feeling is not as good as how I feel right now. So I don't wanna go down to that
Mm,
level.
mm, mm,
Um, when I eat out, I usually just try and eat beef.
mm,
Um, I don't I actually just don't like to eat pork, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's good, but if I can avoid it, I will. Like, I won't eat pork. Just because, like, I don't know, beef is just a lot cleaner, you know? I talked about it, but,
mm,
uh, chicken is I barely eat chicken, ever, but if it's there, I'll eat it if I eat out. I don't really eat out that much though. I really
mm,
just don't. Like, I just, like, eat my own food, and if I go out, like, actually, like, yesterday I went out, to eat with my girlfriend, and we had steak, and that's all I ate. Like, I
mm.
gave her, like, my steak came with vegetables, and I gave her all my vegetables.
Oh.
Yeah, she ate all that, and I'll just eat the steak. So, yeah,
Did
that's
the steak touch anything not ideal? I know like it touched vegetables, but maybe it's okay, right? Because
yeah. Yeah,
like
like
those are not like fluid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 100%. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if it touches vegetables, it's like, I'm fine. Like,
Mm.
yeah, it's all
I,
good. But I
like
definitely,
because sometimes they add other things when
yeah,
they
yeah,
cook.
yeah. But I actually asked them to, like, leave everything off. Like, just don't season it. No, like, sauce. Like, just give me the regular steak. Like, I don't want
Mm.
anything else. So I made
Okay.
that very clear. Like, I didn't want anything on it. Like, nothing. So
But they
yeah.
still put vegetables aside.
Yeah, because my girlfriend wanted to eat them, so
Oh,
I was like, "Okay, I won't get rid of the vegetables because you're gonna eat them." So she
I,
ate them, and yeah, yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah,
So her
yeah.
steak has sauce.
Her steak, yeah, it definitely had, seasonings on it, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
sure.
Mine
Okay.
was good though. Mine was clean.
So sure. Awesome. So I guess you start to eat out less after you went carnivore,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or,
yeah.
or
Definitely.
like if you do eat out, you just don't eat, or you choose a meat restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I definitely well, it's actually it was hard at first because, like, at first, like, when Zach came to Japan, I was only, like, 1 month into carnivore, and I really didn't know, like, all the tricks yet. Like, I didn't know I could eat raw meat. I didn't know,
Uh,
like, I could just go to
oh,
the store, buy meat from the market, and just eat it raw. Like, I didn't know that. I didn't know I could do that. Um, so it was hard. Like, I was like, because even if I buy meat, I'm like, where do I cook it? I have to cook it. But, like, now I don't have to cook it. I can just literally eat it raw. So I'm fine anywhere I go. But I also have learned I can, like, kind of dehydrate meat, like, make it kind of like beef jerky, which I do a lot. Like,
mm,
honestly, Leo, like, Leo, I think I'm really good at preparing for, like, trips. Like, going on a week-long trip. Like, right now, for example, I'm away from my home for, like, 2 weeks.
mm,
But I think I'm okay because for the couple days that I was really busy, I brought a couple kilos of dehydrated meat from my house in Nagai. I prepared it a couple days before and then brought it on my trip. And I do the craziest things, dude. I do the craziest things to, I guess, stay carnivore on, I guess, business trips. I remember one time in October, I went to Okinawa, and that's a really far away from me in Japan. It's like a 6 8 hour. It's like a 6 hour travel day. It's like plane, train, so long. I took I took I took like a kilo of raw meat over that. I with like a stick of butter, and I shoved it all into like like a piece of Tupperware, and I brought it on the train with my salt shaker, and I ate that all in the bathroom of the train. And dude, it was so crazy. Like, I'll send you a picture. of what, because I took a picture. I thought it was so funny what I was doing. Like I was like, wow, I'm actually crazy. Like, like to get the good food that I need, I'm
Mm,
having to take like really extra steps to do it. And I'm totally down to do that because I feel really good on what I eat and I don't want to eat anything else.
mm,
But I just thought it was hilarious that I ate so much raw meat and butter in the bathroom of the train. Because honestly, if I ate that in public, if I ate raw meat in public, dude, people would not like that.
you're
People would
going
be
to
like,
be arrested.
people would actually like be like concerned. Like they would be like, "Don't do that. That's bad. You need to get off the train." Like,
Mm,
so yeah, I ate it in the bathroom. It's so
mm, mm.
funny.
Oh, that's but you are. I guess you are just showing that if you really have a clear goal, you can make everything work.
Yeah, 100%. Like I travel kind of a lot for work and I genuinely like have just proved to myself time and time again that I can still be a carnivore no matter where I go.
Mm,
And there's no excuse. There's really no excuse. For my level of like I'm really serious about it because I love feeling really good. Like I love feeling good up here. It's amazing. And I
mm,
want to keep feeling good as long as I can. So
mm,
yeah, I'll eat raw meat, I'll bring my own food, I'll cook my own food on the trip. Like I will do anything to,
mm,
keep eating well. So yeah, I definitely don't give into temptations for like other shit, like other like alcohol or like desserts or anything. Like I don't crave that at all. Like I really just don't. I don't want it. I just don't
mm.
want it. So it's okay. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So I guess like you, the frequency that you travel is pretty much the same, and you eat out less.
Yeah, I definitely just eat out less. Yeah, I'm a
Mm,
lot I'm a lot less lenient of where I go get my food. Like I but in the past, I would just if I'm with my friends or with other family members, I just like wherever they want to go, I will just follow and
mm,
whatever they are eating, I will eat, you know?
mm, mm,
And as long as it's like quote unquote healthy, good, like not junk food or whatever. Because even
mm,
back then, I like was not trying to eat a lot of junk food,
mm,
but
mm,
now even if people invite me to go eat somewhere, I personally won't eat anything but
mm,
meat,
mm,
no matter what. And at first, I was kind of shy. Like, I didn't want to tell them that because they're going to look at me weird or like, why are you avoiding everything? Like, why aren't you eating with us? Like, I was just kind of like worried about what they were going to say. But
mm,
my personal health is just way more important than anybody else's like opinion.
mm,
So I just stopped caring. Like everybody
mm,
knows now that I only eat meat and
mm,
they think it's weird, but I don't really care because I feel so good. Uh,
mm,
best ever in my life. So
mm,
yeah, I just kind of decided to just tell everyone like, hey, I'm not eating this. I'm
mm.
just eating my own food. Yeah. Yeah.
How can they? How can they not be curious when you are showing this level of discipline?
Yeah.
Oh, my brain hurts so much.
That's so true.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
but I guess sometimes you need to avoid certain restaurants, right? Because it's not like you can
Yes.
get the things you want in every restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. Like I'll definitely avoid like sushi restaurants, like because they always come with like rice. I mean, I guess I could still eat just raw sushi, like just without the rice there. But yeah, I
It's
guess
not
you're right. Honestly,
like it.
like what?
It's not worth your money.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that also, and then uh yeah, I guess I just can't eat anywhere. Like, oh yeah,
Mm,
if it's like a noodle place, like they serve like soba, it's like cold noodles,
mm,
or I'm just not gonna eat there because that's just
mm,
like there's no meat, like there's
mm,
nothing.
mm.
Um, and to me, that's just like a complete waste of time. So yeah, I'm not eating there. Like,
Okay.
why would you not like what? Yeah, so um, I'll definitely if I eat out, it has to be like uh a place where you can get meat, like a
Mm,
good amount of meat.
mm,
So
mm. And clean, right?
Yeah, it's got to be
Mm,
good. So
sure. Uh, let's see. Do you think you are going to change your diet in the future?
well, as long as I'm in Japan, I'm probably just gonna keep eating strict carnivore. But I will experiment with. I will definitely like to experiment more with fruit and honey,
Oh,
just for a little bit. Because like I said, a couple months ago, I experimented and did honey with my meat every for a week, just 1 week, just to see how it made me feel. And like, I haven't eaten one single piece of fruit in half a year. So I'm thinking, well, next month is World Carnivore Month, and I'm going to be doing strict carnivore next month as well. But I think in February, I think I'm going to try adding fruit and just trying to see how like stuff affects my body because like I said, like carnivore, you only eat one if you're really good about eating carnivore, then you're only eating meat. And it's really easy to tell like what's affecting your body in what way. Like if I'm just eating meat and I add fruit and I experience something new, well, I know for a fact that's because of the fruit. Like, you just know it's so easy to understand. So that's something I really like about carnivore. It just eliminates all the bullshit. Like it eliminates all like this dumb stuff and then it really makes it easy to see what food works for you and what doesn't. So
mm,
it's really amazing. So I'll definitely be experimenting with different things in the future, but I will definitely, I think I will always stay animal based, like just meat heavy diet. Yeah.
mm. It just feels like the truth. Like
Yeah, I know.
humans just like meat and hate vegetables. What else are you going to eat?
Yeah, 100%. And it also just makes me like wonder, like, if people think meat is bad, like, what other way is there? Like, how else are we gonna eat? Like, I've really thought about that. Like, what? How could you eat? How could you be healthy on anything else? Like, I'm really trying to think. Like, is it possible? And it's just like it can't be possible. Like, right? You just can't be like your optimal self without meat. Like, sure, there's like vegans out there who just eat plant-based things and obviously they're not going to die like they're I mean, okay, that's a lie. Some people actually do die because they actually only eat plants. Like they actually do die. um I've seen a lot of stories about people literally dying because they went vegan, but there's people who don't die because they take a lot of supplements and they supplement themselves with all the nutrients that plants don't give them. And like, yeah, they're existing, like they're living, but they could be so much better if they just ate meat. Like they're existing here, but if they ate meat, they could be like the optimal version of themselves. And like, who doesn't want to be the optimal version of
Mm,
themselves? Right? You want to feel the best. You want to feel the best. So like, let's just eat meat. Like so that's just my personal opinion. Like I want to feel my best. So yeah. And now that I've seen my best, I can't unsee it. Like it's just like there's that saying, like once you see it, you can't unsee it. And like I've seen the levels of health that I've gotten to with carnivore, and now I don't want to go back to anything else.
mm,
Like it's not gonna feel good. Like my body's so used to feeling really healthy, in a way. So it's just like amazing.
mm.
I don't want to go back. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
So speaking of vegans, what do you think about like eating animals?
Eating animals. Yeah,
Yeah, like uh,
yeah.
do you think it's
Well,
like cruel? I guess everyone thinks that's cruel, but yeah, what do you think about this topic?
I, I honestly, I mean, the most unethical thing, to be honest, in my opinion, is not taking care of yourself and not taking care of the people who you love.
Oh,
And I
so
think teaching them what?
so true.
Well, yeah. I just feel like because if people promote this vegan diet, which is so nutritiously deficient, um, I mean, like for example, one of my family members is vegan, and I just feel so bad for that mindset because they think they're doing the right thing, but they're also like they also want other people to be vegan too, right? I mean, obviously, like, vegans, like they have good intentions, right? They don't want to kill animals, like they don't want animals to suffer. They want to save the planet. Like that's all really good, you know. They have good intentions, but I mean, as we've all seen, like the vegan diet is very nutritiously like deficient, and like why would you tell somebody to do that? Like you're just why would like I just don't get or understand why you would want someone to eat like that if it's going to damage their health and eventually who knows like make them very sick or and then eventually lead to them dying, you know? Like you don't want to recommend somebody that diet, and I feel like that's kind of something that uh people are doing right now, and from my opinion, I just don't think that's right. I want my kids, I want my family. Huh?
That also feels unethical.
Yeah, it feels unethical to me. I want my family, I want my friends, I want everybody to know what I don't know, I guess eating like a carnivore feels like. And it really just feels like the truth, like you said. It just feels like what we should have always been doing. What we should, and like well, just like we used to, right? Like once you look at ancestral eating habits, it's just like I just want just it's a baseline that everyone can agree with. There was only meat and there were only plants back then. So that already cuts it down to two different groups, right? But we've been killing animals for our own survival since the beginning of time. So killing an animal for the benefit of my health for the human race, like yeah, like I'm gonna do that. Like, you know, I obviously nobody likes to kill stuff, you know? Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I want to kill every animal in the world. Like, no. But as long as I'm eating just like beef, right? Like cows are massive. Cows are huge. Like I'm to eat one full cow of meat, like that's a lot. Like I'm probably killing like I don't even know, like I'm killing barely any animals per year if I'm just eating cow, you know, because they're massive. It takes so long to eat all of the cow. So yeah, obviously, um, just for ethical, yeah, just on the ethical standpoint, I think the best thing you can do is to take care of yourself, and take care of your family and everybody else around you. I mean, like it's just kind of the same thing, right? Like saying somebody, you know, vegan saying like you should be vegan, that's kind of the same thing if you just want to say like, oh, you should eat like a box of donuts in a way. Like in a way, like you wouldn't say that, right? Like you wouldn't say every part of like my family, like you need to eat like it's good for you to eat these donuts, right? Like you obviously don't think that because donuts like aren't good for you. Well, a vegan diet also is like nutritiously deficient. So it's like why would you recommend someone that? You know?
Mm,
So and clearly we've seen like people literally get super weak and super unhealthy on a vegan diet. Um which is very sad because they're good people. Like they have good intentions, right? But they're just doing, you know, they've been misinformed. You know, they're wrong. So it's a little tough, but I just don't want to tell people to eat the wrong way. Like I'm really
mm,
confident in carnivore and this way
mm.
of eating. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think a vegan diet can work for some people?
Can work
Because
for some
like
people.
there are
Yeah.
there are like a lot of people that look good on claiming that they're on a vegan diet on social media.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think it can be good. It depends like where you're coming from. Like a vegan diet will be really good for you if you come from a place where you ate the American diet. Like there's like American diet is terrible. I mean, it's just absolutely garbage. So if you go from American diet and eating like just processed food for 80% of the time and then to vegan, like yeah, you're gonna make improvements. Like you're gonna feel better because American diet, like that's like just shit. So then vegan diet is better. But everybody who says they're good on a vegan diet, like I trust them. Like I know they mean that. I know they mean that. Like they feel good. That's good, but you could feel so much better if you ate meat, in my opinion. In my opinion. Honestly, but I will be honest, I've never been vegan. Um, I've just heard so many stories about people who felt good about being vegan, but once they tried eating meat again, like their life just got that much better. So I'm not saying vegan is like in essence like bad. Like, it's not like the worst thing in the world for you, because obviously the worst thing is like the American standard diet, which is just eating processed food that didn't exist, like, until recently. Um, but right, isn't that crazy? People just eat that shit.
Mm,
Yeah, and then vegan's better than that, and then obviously if you incorporate meat, it gets better. Um, yeah, I just feel like the vegans who say they're good, they feel good online, that's great, but I just also feel like they could feel sorry, I'm saying a lot of the same word, feel. I also just know that they can feel a lot better if they ate more animal-based products like
mm,
meat. I think that's just what I've heard a lot of
mm.
stories that have said that.
Okay, okay. So I guess according to your perspective, eating more meat never hurts.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Mm,
obviously, people have some certain reactions to like specific types of meat, maybe. So
mm,
that's why you just gotta like kind of pick and choose which ones are the best for you, which is kind of why I only eat beef because I feel the
mm,
best. Chicken, fish are fine. Pork's okay, but like if I can choose, I will always choose beef. Yeah.
mm.
What
Okay.
about
I think we're coming to an end. So, do you have any like recommended resources for people that are curious about carnivore?
Yeah. So obviously, Anthony Chaffee's got to be my number one guy. I mean,
Mm,
I listen to him so much, a lot of his podcasts, but I really some of my favorite videos from him are just like the one of the podcasts that is titled like Beginner Tips for Carnivore. I
mm,
think he covers a lot of commonly asked questions in that video, and he will answer a lot of those. And then he also talks about fiber and digestion, like why we actually don't need fiber and how digestion is on a carnivore diet. I think that's a really huge um, factor. I think people are very curious about that. So I think those are really good things to listen to. Please go check out Anthony Chaffee. I've been, and then just to get ideas for like how you can eat on the carnivore diet. Some people really are like want to eat a lot of different types of food. So you can actually go check out like Steak and Butter Gal on Instagram. Do you know who she is, Leo? Steak and Butter Gal? Yeah.
She's like one of the first people that I started to check out.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah, she makes a lot of different types of food, and she's been carnivore for over 5 years. So you can go check her out as well. Yeah, Steak and Butter Gal on Instagram. And then I would also probably follow Paul Saladino. He's animal based. He eats a lot of meat, a lot of organs, but he also eats fruit and honey, which is, it's also a very, very healthy way to live. And I think one more would probably be I've been watching more of Dr. Ken Berry lately. I think he's kind of a fun guy to listen to. So, yeah, I would definitely check him out as well. Um, those are my resources. And then obviously, if you want to follow um, Zach and I, as we talk more about carnivore, you want to follow Leo, make his funny reels. They're actually true. They're true though. They're true. It's funny. And then, like I said, if you want to, talk to Zach and I more about um, like this carnivore support group we are going to be doing in January for World Carnivore Month, that's definitely going to be a place for a lot of resources about carnivore. So reach out if you're interested in that. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You should definitely check out Dr. Barry's interviews with other doctors on his
Yeah.
own. Those are just crazy. Yeah,
Okay. I will. Yeah.
many eye openers.
Wow.
Yeah,
I will
and
definitely.
and and the videos are like from many years ago. Like many years ago, they were already talking about that, and I
Yeah.
was
Isn't it? Yeah.
like, how can people be so ignorant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
like some like people reversing their diabetes or dementia, like some crazy
Yeah.
problems are impossible to heal. And
Yeah.
years ago, they just talk about, oh, you can just eat a diet and, like this, and you can
Yeah.
get.
It's actually almost like too good to be true. Like it's
Yeah,
like whoa, well, why you reversed your diabetes? Like your dementia is gone. Like wow, your eczema, like your skin conditions have all cleared. Like just because of eating a clean, like optimal human diet. Like whoa, like people usually need medicine for years just to treat them, not cure, but just trying to like to treat them. With just meat and just eating right, like you can fix so many things. It's actually so weird to think about. It's like I can't believe it, but
Mm,
it's real. So it's
mm.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
I watched his interview with a dentist called Dr. Stephen Lin, and
Mm.
like in the beginning of that interview, Dr. Berry just said that, oh, do you know that it's actually possible that your children never get cavities, never have their wisdom teeth removed, never wear braces? And I was like, there's no way. What?
There's no
and
way.
and in the like later part of that interview, they said, oh, you actually don't need to brush your teeth.
That's
And I was
crazy.
like, what the hell?
Yeah, man,
So
it's
yeah, I was
no
very very skeptical, but yeah, still listening. But right now, I think it's just a truth.
truth, man. It's truth.
Yeah.
It's undeniable. Like people just need
Mm,
to know more. I think people are getting more I guess aware of it though. So it's good. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, we will keep sharing,
Yeah, let's
keep
keep sharing.
telling the truth,
Yeah.
or like just keep letting people know that it's actually possible to be fine eating just meat.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's like the main part of this interview. So, one little question, I guess, because
Yeah.
like the interview is too long. How has learning Japanese been going for you?
Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I definitely just do my job and um yeah, I just live my life in Japanese for the most part. I've been studying though for like almost 5 years. So I didn't just start studying when I came here. Like I already had been reading and listening to it for a long time. Um, so yeah, I definitely think it's good. I still want to get better and better and better. So I'm gonna keep studying, keep listening, keep speaking, keep doing everything. So yeah, man, it's really I think it's a good challenge as well. I think it's also really cool to just be able to communicate with more people around the world. I mean, I got inspired to learn Japanese because of Kanama. Um, meeting all these Japanese Kanama players, I wanted to talk to them. So I started learning Japanese. And yeah, also, I mean, like, yeah, Leo, you also speak like two languages, right? So yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like, we're doing this interview right now.
Yeah,
Well, it's pretty
like
crazy.
across the globe, I guess.
Yeah. So 100%. So it's really exciting. So no, it's been good though. I've been learned a lot in the past year that I've lived here, but yeah, in total, I think I've been studying for 5 years almost.
uh,
Yeah, it's been
okay,
good.
so you still study Japanese on your own in your like free time.
Yeah, but all I do though, like for when I say study, like I just listen to like YouTube videos, or I watch YouTube videos, or like I read stuff. That's how I study. Yeah,
Sure, sure.
which is fun.
Do you think moving to Japan helped with your Japanese? And if so, in what way?
Yes, I think it helped because I care to study. Like people move to Japan, without like actually caring to get good or study, and then obviously they don't get good because you
Mm,
have to actually try.
mm,
But yeah, yeah, definitely. Moving to Japan definitely helped me get more comfortable with talking to people. It definitely helped my listening because I'm in a lot of more different situations. I'm not just watching like YouTube videos anymore. Like I'm talking to people. Um, I'm living with like I'm staying at my friend's house and like we're just talking about a lot of different things. So yeah, it definitely helped with my speaking and listening. And yeah, the reading part is definitely something you have to do on your own.
mm,
Um,
mm.
but I also think reading is like the easiest, honestly,
Oh,
because everybody well, just because like everybody can like learn how to read. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's on a page like this, like you don't have to know how to say it. You don't have to know how to hear it. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like
mm,
if you as long as you see the character,
mm.
in Japanese, like, you know what it means. So,
Uh,
it's the same. I
I
mean, do
I guess I know what you mean because like when you are listening to people, you can see the words
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
very fast,
Yeah,
and you know the pronunciation. Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess it's not like reading is easy. It's like reading is
Definitely not
easier.
easy. Definitely not easy, but if I had to pick which one is easiest, I would say reading. But it's
Mm,
it's obviously still, like it's obviously really hard. Like everything, like Asian languages are so hard. They're so hard.
Oh, okay.
For especially for English like speakers, like Asian languages are so difficult, but it's really fun. So yeah, I'm
Mm,
gonna keep learning. Yeah,
oh, nice.
yeah, yeah.
Does your girlfriend speak good English?
Uh, I mean, yeah, she can speak English, but I never talk to her in English. Like
Oh,
I
really?
only, yeah,
Cool.
never.
Nice. That's so cool. Okay. Although I have some other little questions, but because this interview is too long, so I guess I'll just skip those. Do you have any final words for the listeners?
Um, I guess yeah, be open minded about diets and just kind of like learn to question what you hear online. I swear, like just ever since I tried carnivore, I just realized that a lot of things are backwards in this world. Like a lot of things are just weird and don't make sense. We've been lied to for a lot of things, so I encourage to just act on your own senses and just be curious and just to try different things with an open mind and just honestly, no matter what anybody says, go off how you feel and your own personal experience because at the end of the day, that's probably the most important. So I'll probably just say that.
Since you are holding kendama now, do you want to give us a banger?
Yeah, I'll
This,
give you guys a
this
banger. Let's go. All right, guys, ready? Triple juggle the spike. Oh God, I missed.
it's a little bit out of frame.
Oh, it is. Okay, wait.
Oh,
I got it.
okay, nice. How long is your stream?
Oh, this one. This one is really short. This isn't my Kanama. This is my girlfriend's Kanama.
Oh, okay. She's
It's
also
really,
a kendama.
huh?
She's also a kendama player.
Not really. Not,
Not really.
not she plays. Like she can do like this.
Mm,
She can like do this, but she doesn't play. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's the end of our interview. So Nick, thank you so much for agreeing to take the time and come here and share. I think yeah, your information can definitely help some people that we don't even know
Yeah.
online. Some people that we want to help in the future in real life. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and for the listeners that are still listening, no matter what you think about meat or vegetables, one thing remains for certain.
Yeah.
Processed food is bullshit. So
Yeah. It's terrible.
just flush it away. Yeah, don't eat
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. If you take one thing away from this whole interview, just try to just not eat the processed food. That's like honestly the most important thing. I don't care if you continue to eat plants, just don't eat junk food or like just shit. Just don't do that. It's bad. So
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, see you guys.
Yeah, later guys. Thank you, Leo.